I do feel lucky. Everything was literally right time, right place for women's wrestling in my life. I got into the sport of wrestling really because of my background in judo growing up. 1997-98 season was the first year Hawaii girls wrestling was a state sanctioned sport, and being at the 98-pound weight class, I was the first state champion, girls state champion of Hawaii. I didn't really know what that meant in the magnitude of where women's wrestling is across the country. Everyone told me it was going to be in the history books as the first and whatnot. But if you asked me as a junior in high school what it meant to have girls wrestling as a sanctioned sport, I wouldn't have really understood it more than we got to compete against girls. And I didn't know what that meant for the rest of the country. Looking back, it's pretty remarkable to know and think of all the people who made that happen, at a time when, not many people were thinking about women's wrestling, being considered their own sport. I do feel lucky. Everything was literally right time, right place for women's wrestling in my life. In 2002, the International Olympic Committee announced that women's wrestling was going to be in the Olympics in 2004, and it opened up a resident program at the Olympic Training Center, and I thought, I had to try to go for it, right? So moved to Colorado to join and made the resident team there and finished up school at University of Colorado, Colorado Springs.
And Clarissa Chun has won a U.S. Nationals title for the first time, beating the veteran champion Stephanie Murata.
It was pretty heartbreaking to come in second at the Olympic trials in 2004, being a part of first events, whether it's Hawaii first state champion or Missouri Valley being part of the first, collegiate program. I've learned a lot from that, and my journey for the next 4 years to go for 2008. I've grown, in ways that I think helped me become a better coach today. Making the team, when I was the underdog, people probably wouldn't have picked me. They would have picked the world medalist and the Olympic medalist over me. And that was like, oh my gosh, I did it. Just feeling ready, to represent the U.S.
It was amazing, okay?
To be nearby and close to her when she won that bronze medal, it was just infectious joy to see her tenaciously go out there and take what she knew she deserved and come away with the bronze medal was a level of joy I think all of us on the team were so proud of her.
For Iowa to pick Clarissa, she's a bubbly, happy person, but she's also she's an elite coach. I hope all the luck to her in the world in her collegiate endeavors, and hopefully the athletes coming out of her program will then go on and be our next Olympians.
Few times have I went to a Hall of Fame inductions and felt as good about somebody being inducted than I do Clarissa. Before she took the job at the University of Iowa, we talked about what that meant, and I looked her dead in the eye and said, "You were born for this." And man, I'll tell you what, whoever made the ultimate decision at the University of Iowa to hire her was a smart person, and she'll do great, and man, so happy for her to be inducted in the Hall of Fame.
Really, Iowa offered an opportunity to have women's wrestling being the first Division I Power 5 conference. I really felt like I needed to try to go for this position. There's a lot of fears in it, in the sense that, am I ready for a head coaching job? You know, we'll see. I'm in it, I'm doing it, right? I'm living it. Really what I did it for was the opportunity for young girls to come here and grow the sport. I'm excited that, you know, building a team from scratch, and, you know, the people that are coming here in the fall are really excited, not only to represent the University of Iowa, but also to get, you know, a good education. You know, they have big goals and dreams to be on the world and Olympic stage as well. I just want to help their development through this age in their life.